So the next part of our project is going to be the wings that go on the back of our caticorn. So our wings are traditionally made with white yarn. However, I want you guys to be able to see the stitches. So I'm going to crochet my wings with green yarn. So we're going to go ahead and start with our slip knot. So to do a slip knot, you're going to hold your fingers together like this, wrap the yarn around to form an X, put your thumb on the X, flip it over, and then you're going to place your crochet hook underneath of the first loop, grab onto that second loop, and pull it through like this. You should have a little loop go around your crochet hook, and then you're going to pull your working yarn and your yarn tail on the end to make your slip knot. So to properly hold your hands to control the yarn, you're going to put it underneath of your pinky finger like that, like you have T, flip it over, put your index finger underneath it there, and then hold on using your thumb and middle finger. So the first round is going to consist of 14 chains. So to chain, you're going to have your hook pointing towards the yarn, twist it over towards your hand, and pull through the loop. So we'll chain 14 times. Alright, so once we make 14 chains, we're going to go ahead and form our ring. We do this by placing the crochet hook through the first chain and then pulling the yarn through both loops. The next thing we're going to do is for round 2 and 3, we're just going to do a single crochet around the loop. So you can count to 14, or you can use a marker for this process. So just as a reminder, to do a single crochet, you're going to put your crochet hook through the loop, have your hook face towards the yarn, grab onto it, twist it towards your hand and pull through. Then you have 2 loops on your crochet hook, and you're just going to do the same thing and pull that string. Alright, so that completes round 2. So let's go ahead and get our marker, and then we'll continue on with round 3. So just keep in mind, when you see the top and bottom loop of your stitch, make sure that you put your crochet hook through both of them to do the single crochet. Also, make sure that you're not crocheting in the stitch that has the yarn coming out of it. You want to go to the one next to it. Alright, so that completes round 3. So for round 4, you're going to do 3 single crochets and then a decrease. Alright, so we have 1, 2, and 3. So to do a decrease, this can be a little bit challenging. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through the first stitch, pull through the yarn. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to stick your hook into the next stitch, grab onto that yarn, and then you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Then you're going to take your yarn and pull it through all 3 of those loops. So what decreasing does is it shrinks the size of your ring. Where an increase makes our ring a little bit bigger. Alright, so for round 5, we're going to do single crochets around the ring again. Alright, so that completes our round. So our next round, round 6, is going to be 2 single crochets and a decrease. So again, 1, 2, and then we'll decrease. So again, to decrease, you stick your crochet hook into the first loop, pull through that string, put your crochet in the second loop, pull through that string, 3 loops, you pull the string through all 3. Alright, so for round 7, you're going to do another set of single crochets. They're going to go all the way around the ring. All right, so last round is 1 single crochet and a decrease, and this should help seal our wing. Right. All right, so that concludes the crochet part of our wing. So we're going to very quickly trim that end to tie the knot. We're going to take the string, pull it through the hole, and then here's where it gets a little interesting. So to make the wing, you're going to squish it flat, and then you're going to cut a little bit of the string from your yarn. Alright, so to use your crochet needle, you need to tie the end inside the needle like this, like you would a sewing needle. Alright, so you got the yarn on there, and then you are going to essentially sew this together. So to make it look nice and clean, I suggest trying to align it the best you can with the stitches like this. Alright, we're going to finish it up by pulling it through here, and you see how it forms a loop. We're going to tighten that to secure it. If you feel extra cautious, you can do it again to double knot it. And then what I like to do is to try to hide the yarn. So we're going to push it through like this. Just weave it in and out of the wing. Then we'll tie up at these ends. So we can just tie a little knot. And then I'll stick it in here, and then I'll use my scissors to cut it off like this. Try to get it as close as you can to there so you don't have any loose parts. And then do the same thing on this end. So this concludes our little Caticorn wing. So what we're going to do is when we finish crocheting them, we're going to sew them to the back of his back.